the other platform is Ninja Trader. That's Ninja Trader. I feel like my head's gonna explode. All right. So going into today, someone asked me, where's the place to get the current portfolio? The old site, the old version of the site, we used to have a little portfolio section. Now I just update you with the emails on all the entries and exits.
Netflix
But
hitting
they
a high
kind
of
of update you
350,
each morning. We're in
now on that
the
report that they're raising prices.
HIG as an HPS setup.
Netflix hitting a high of 350, 350 now on that report that they're raising prices.
My cost average there is 44.40. Johnson & Johnson at 40 shares at 128, which is flat. LUV is another best bet of the day. Week, we're up 145 on that. We're in at 47.55. I have a little IBM on a longer term swing. I'm in at 119 and change. It's pretty flat. I have options and a lot of stocks going out to February. And I usually update everyone on the each week. Every time we do a video, we kind of update the positions. And remember, I'm taking the positions in the HPS watch list. So if that watch list is usually triggering and has a good setup, I'm usually in those. So that's a good way of actually looking back. I prefer only to take those. If anything else, I put down higher risk. But you could always ask me too. Now Netflix here 152 on the screen. And then I have Schlumberger here. I'm going to move that over here. All right, 2-minute warning here. Let's get going. It's a good tune, SOB.
Order filled.
All right, so our trailing stop has triggered, which is fine. That's what it's meant to do. So up 325 on the short diverging spot. We're up 150 on the 2-car stop, and we're down 275 on the long divergence setup here. We're going to keep these running for you all day, so you get to follow them on DTR too. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Tone Loc would say. Now, Delta Airlines, what did Delta come out and do today? Because I know Delta was probably going to affect our airlines. Delta, DAL. Let me take a look at that pre-market here. Three-minute time frame. All over the place. It's actually up towards the highs of the session, which is nice. There we go. Delta on the move. Remember, these are divergences. Big divergence. This is a possible breakout zone today, too, on Delta. Watch that trigger area. That trigger area will probably be at this high, which would be 48.91. 48.91. Apple 150. Coupe. Chopping around Netflix here. Big pop on Netflix on the subscription increase.
NFLX, Netflix, November Foxtrot Lima X-ray. Goldman Sachs says expects Netflix to report Q4 results well above FactSet consensus.
And
That's
for
November
NFLX, just
Foxtrot
further
Lima
pre-market
X-ray.
news
Netflix
over here.
shares
Attention
pulling
on
back
a
from the
Goldman
highs
Sachs
now,
report, which suggests
348.34.
Netflix are set to report Q4 results well
Goldman
above
Sachs says
FactSet
expects
consensus.
Netflix to provide
Just know
initial guidance
NFLX
for
does report
Q1
aftermarket on
to be
Thursday,
above
and the folks over
FactSet
at Goldie's
consensus.
looking
That's
for a
November
positive
Foxtrot
surprise
Lima
from those
X-ray.
numbers.
Tradometer NQ overbought.
Bit of retail data from the States. The folks over at Adobe Analytics suggest that $126
Nice pop
billion
here in
was
Schlumberger
spent
here. Market
online between the period of
Nice little
1st
pop
November
here.
and 31st dec as the
We
holiday
have the
season.
VWAP right above
And
us.
in percentage
Match.com,
terms, that would
44
represent
and
a rise
change, trying
of
to get through 45.
16.5% on the year. So that's the folks
I like
at Adobe
that.
Analytics saying that $126 billion was spent
Tableau,
between November and the end of December
DATA
last
here
year,
at HPS
and that would
setup
be
here.
up
Let's take a look at data,
16.5%.
DATA. And this looks good off the 50 here. A little bounce. Getting oversold quickly on the daily.
FX news here. Czech
Hourly's
Central Bank
oversold.
Bender says
I would
there's no
say we have a
reason to
good
fear
shot
an
of a pop
economic
here.
slump.
DATA starting to rotate back up. Our LUV here taking off here. You have a nice trade on that divergence trade. Very nice. Almost you're up over 200 bucks on that. And market here pushing right up against the VWAP right now. Right up against the VWAP.
And just note, according to FT's deal reporter for Boston Scientific BSX, deal reporter says J&J might be gearing up for Boston Scientific takeover. That's according to deal reporter for J&J and BSX. Deal reporter suggests J&J eyeing Boston Scientific BSX takeover.
Baba here, nice lift here on Baba out of the gate.
KPOV
Good
kicks
lift here
off.
on Baba. Everything here got a nice
Pharmaceuticals
bounce.
hitting a high of
Market's up
$1.88,
1050 in a flash.
79%,
Apple here 151.
80.
Data here 119. LUV
Company
here
reporting earlier.
taking off here. We're going to take a look at some of these. We might want to take some profits here on the LUV, even though that is a great divergence.
Kilo Tango Oscar Victor.
There's your pop here. We're looking at a possible move up towards that 20-50 period moving the 50 period moving average, which we're in the downward trend line, which are almost there. We're kind of embedded up here, but everything looks good.
BSX, Boston Scientific. Deal reporter says J&J may now be gearing up for a takeover of Boston Scientific. That's Bravo Sandy X-ray. Again, hearing says J&J may be considering a takeover of Boston Scientific. That's Bravo Sandy X-ray.
And for DIS, Disney just notes CNBC's Faber says Disney remains focused on the full sale of regional sports networks, the RSNs. Faber suggesting Disney remains focused on the full sale of the RSNs.
Fine. All right.
Shares of Boston Scientific hitting a high of 36.16, up 85 cents.
Order
Netflix
filled.
Raising plan prices for U.S. subscribers. That's November Foxtrot Lima X-ray. That headlines now from Reuters.
All right, I'm out of my LUV, 49.90. Let me give you the exact quote on that. $49.86 out. Let me send that out here. All right, give me a second to get my mouse in order here. Get my mouse in order. It's like getting my house in order. I just need to find my mouse. There we go.
Tradometer YM overbought.
Netflix
Note for
says basic
SIE
monthly plan
Siemens.
now at
According to EU
$8.99,
Commissioner
standard
Moscovici, the Commission's
at
investiture has
$12.99,
briefed the
and
EU
premium
Commissioners
plan
on
at
Siemens' Alstom rail deal,
$15.99.
and the decision is due by 18th February.
PCG, Papa Charlie Golf, shares are halted. PCG, PG&E shares are halted on a circuit breaker. Hit a low of 507, now it's 602. That's Papa Charlie Golf. Hit a low of 507, now it's 602. That's Papa Charlie Golf.
All right. What do we have
Just note
next?
PCG has been halted for volatility. Company trades down around 28% at the moment.
Netflix
Just note,
says the
JP Morgan's
increases
Diamond
also apply to
says
countries
some
in Latin
non-bank
America
lenders
and
will not
Caribbean
survive the next
and
downturn.
exclude
JP Morgan CEO
major markets
speaking
like
on
Mexico
call
and
following
Brazil.
earnings today
That's
says
November
some
Foxtrot Lima
non-bank
X-ray.
lenders will not survive
Wait.
the next downturn.
Why should they get off? Why should they get off here?
BSX, Boston
All right,
Scientific,
so
hitting 36.48.
let's
Again,
get
the
out
report
the
is saying
LUV.
that
Watch
J&J
the just
may have
taking
some
a look
takeover
now.
interest in
Match.com
Sandy
here looking
X-ray.
good. Coop looking a little bit better today. Upwork here, a little pop. And there was another tradeometer there, it looks like. Oh no, what was that? Is that a trailing stop? Oh, that was the latest and greatest on the bot. Bot's up nice, up 400 and change. Who's in Tilray? Anybody in Tilray here? Let's take a look at some other things. S&P futures up 16 and change. Don't mind the
Netflix spokesperson says changes in plan prices will be applied to all existing members over the next few months and to all new members immediately. MBOT, Microbot Medical popping to a high of 1548, up another 52% today now. That's Michael Bravo Oscar Tango.
Jesus.
Tradometer ES overbought.
BLNK, Blink, City of Irving, Texas, renews exclusive charging service locations with Blink charging. That's Bravo Lima November Kilo.
Blink charging.
PCG.
Look at all
Shares
the Blink
resume
charging.
trading.
Blink charging
PG&E
company.
open
Blink
now.
charging company.
608. About
CCG,
$1 off the low.
BLNK.
Papa Charlie
Nothing
Golf.
going on there.
Ready to buy CTC. Like it to go down a little bit more. Did you see the Viru news?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Well, you can read it.
Yeah. What?
Also, a very nice explanation of 111 and 944, both tests ongoing. One for the arresting cancer tumors. One
AAPL and VHC, U.S. Appeals Court affirms patent infringement verdict. VHC won against Apple. That's Victor Hotel Charlie and Alpha Papa Lima.
All right.
So, but it's a good breakdown for you to see.
Yeah.
I paid 88 for Tilray. It hit 87 something. It was 105 in the pre-market. They had the chairman of the board on Squawk Box, and he said they're not going to sell their
Shares of Vernetics, 432 off the pre-market high earlier, 494.
At Moody's, they're forecasting US
$4.47 now
department
on
store sectors
VHC.
will continue to narrow its operating income losses to about 4% for 2018 and around 2% for 2019.
being the low in the stock. So, I just bought 1,000 at 88. I think it's worth it.
All right.
And I did a lot of other
VRML,
trades, too.
Vermilion, announcing coverage by Cigna
KTOV,
for over 1. That's
I tried
Victor
to tell you
Romeo
about it.
Michael
I bought
Lima.
it at 140. I sold it at 170. It's 180. But then, hey, look, it's another active day,
Yeah. I'm looking
Well,
at.
when you see.
All right. Sounds good. Bye. All right. I was so busy today. He called me like 8 times this morning, and I was on the phone with Paul, so I never got back to him. I could tell he's a little mad. All right. Let's see here. Was I Tom 5? I was, very frustrated today. Very frustrated. Just got a lot of stuff to take care of in the morning, and I'm finally done with it, so I couldn't get to it, but I hope it didn't come across rude.
And note we have around down till the top of the hour.
Like Ravis.
We are expecting some
Rude.
comments around the turn of the hour from
market here right at the
President
highs.
Draghi, who is set to address the European Parliament and respond to questions regarding the ECB's
Data
annual
here
report.
popped a little. And And S&P futures up
So in recent comments,
1850
Draghi
right
has
now.
said that incoming information has been
1850
weaker
market
than
looking
expected.
much
The
better.
underlying
Out of
strength
the
of
gate
domestic
here,
demand
upwork,
underpins the
Amazon new
expansion.
highs, Google new highs,
Speaking on the 13th of
Netflix new
December, he
highs.
also said he's confident of a sustained
Match.com,
convergence
I'm
of
in it.
inflation to target. And he
MTCH,
also
we're in
sees
that.
gradually rising inflation
MBOT,
pressures.
Michael Bot,
And he
Medical
also added that the
continuing
ECB
higher.
is ready to adjust all instruments
1650
as
now.
Again,
necessary.
out of the LUV,
8%.
out of the LUV. What was
Michael
the other
Bravo Oscar Tango.
divergence setup we have today?
And it is also worth noting some were
Oh, the
picking up on comments from
HIG,
Draghi where he
it's
said
coming back.
latest
It's
data
coming
and
back
surveys
here.
were
Looks
weaker than
pretty good.
expected,
Not too
suggest
concerned
slower
about that. A little
growth
beat down
momentum
at
ahead.
JP Morgan today,
And he
though.
also said that risk to growth are still
But data
broadly
here,
balanced, but a
DATU,
balance
looking
of
very
risks
good.
is moving
If
to
I
the
would put
downside.
one on top of the screen today, watch this DATA, excuse me.
Just note, while calendars have listed his speech
that's
for
Paul.
1500,
Hey, Paul.
the ECB's own website
Paul.
says these remarks will be delivered at 1/4 the hour, so just be aware. Just a Brexit update, according to reporter Stephen Swinford. He says one minister has told him the government's latest count is that 100 Tory MPs will rebel. Opposition to her deal is entrenched, according to this source. He also adds that the PM is calling in some of the most hardline Brexiteers into number 10 for talks, including the likes of Steve Baker, who's resolutely opposed to her deal. I guess the long and short of that here, the government reportedly, their count is that 100 Tory MPs will vote against the Prime Minister's deal tonight.
JP Morgan says it will be problematic if U.S. government shutdown continues to delay SEC approvals of company IPOs. That from the CFO of JP Morgan, Julia Papa Michael.
All right, back here with you. We got that. Thanks, Paul, for doing that. think we got the open house settled in here now. Fixed some
ADIL,
of those
Alpha
links,
Delta
emails.
India Lima.
All right,
halted on
so
a circuit breaker.
we have a divergence here. So again, I went over this yesterday. We did a little show for you and how important these divergences
Shares of
that play out. We talk about having
halted
opportunities.
on a circuit breaker.
Divergence like this. Oh my God. Divergence like that. Hey, Paul.
I completely forgot to ask you about this yesterday.